mantra Rishika. From today onwards, I am a Jeevi yogi. So ask me what you asked before.
What's the meaning of yogi?
You want to know the meaning of yogi, or you want to know what is a yogi?
What is it?
Yeah, beautiful.
And what is the meaning of yogi?
Okay. Meaning is the individual who is in communion, is in contact with something. Yoga means to yoke, to connect. Linkaging. Now our linkage analysis, linkaging.
Yeah.
So that is yogi. The one who is linkaging with something is called a yogi. For example, you are now linkaged with dance. So you can say you are a yogi in dance actually. So I am a yogi. Like you are a yogi to dance, I am a yogi to the millions of little dances in every cell of my body. That is the Jeevi. Every cell, like the bricks of this building, so many bricks, millions and trillions of cells have constructed this moving house called our body, our creature, which I call creature. So, Jeevi Yogi means, now what you have understood? You tell me what you have understood.
Jeevi means a creature.
Yeah.
And yogi means kind of what?
In linkage.
Yeah, in linkage.
Linkage with the creature, linkage with something.
With
So,
something.
Like what is the something here?
Here means the creature.
Yeah, correct. So, from today onwards, I am calling myself a Jeevi yogi. Okay? So, I have been coming to this position. Now only the stack is completed. STACK. Critical training point. Like you put water in a bowl and keep it on the stove. After some time only it boils. Am I right?
Yeah.
Urvi? Okay? So, that's what I call stacking. Critical training point. So today I thought I will do that. Okay? So now you understood.
Yeah.
So today onwards I am JY or Jeevi Yogi. And I am going to talk about Jeevi Yoga in some of the videos. Alright?
I think you can write it about it also in your next book.
Yeah, you are right. I am actually writing a book on that. And I will be releasing it through Amazon Kindle. Kindle, that's a service. So I am already working on that. Alright?
Alright.
Bye. Or changing the role position into a Jeevi yogi does not mean that you will cease to have the competencies and the role functions you have been performing before. So, but this is a secret agreement. This is your secret appointment with the catness of you. As I told you, this is the Rasayanic way, correcting the eugenic errors naturally possible problem for many of the human bodies. That eugenic correctness is essential for, I would say, any yoga. So, how to become a Jeevi yogi? Or how to be a Jeevi yogi? The procedures, the cooking, the shanoyu that leads to the Jeevi yogi. Of course, in my case, I have been just renaming something which I have been sort of following ever since I started making rasayanas. So, if you want to become, you may have to make an initiation. Some ritual, some performance, some action should be there in order to reinforce your mind setting that you have entered into the path of the Jeevi Yogi. That is in fact followed by even normal religions, so-called baptism, and then Adil Punal Kalyanam, or even the circumcision, they are all powerful initiation. Or when a minister takes charge, he makes an oath. No? Or the well-known example that when you get married, your marriage is initiated. Your married life is initiated by the huge amount of rituals. All right? You remember? So that is very important, because that will be serving as one of the components, one of the strong components of the mind setting. Like a creative person has that identity of a creative person. Alright? The genius has to have that identity, that definition of the self available to one's own perception. So, without that also you can manage, provided you have so much of strength, of willpower. The engine of will is full in its speed, without any gap. It will be able to establish that identity. But nevertheless, a ritual will be very useful. So
what will be the ritual for this initiation into Jeevi Yoga?
That ideally one has to take the courage to decide it for oneself. Because the Jeevi Yoga naturally involves using the intellects of the engines of intellect to discover the ways, the path of that getting yogified or engaged with that attendant spirit of the Jeevi, the proprioceptive energy field of the creature. So, whatsoever a person, an individual, after some moment of reflection or incubation decides to be the most critically placeable action as a moment of initiation.
So it may vary for individual to individual.
It might, of course, naturally, because the path for every individual is unique. Nobody can follow somebody else's path, especially to proceed through the huge rigmarole of the proprioceptive territories of the body. Proprioception, one of the, which I have included as one of the indirect factors. Proprioception meaning sensitivity to the entire details of the internal creature. So because this yoga is nowadays very well known, and many yogis and many traditions and monasteries and all that, I may have to clarify. This is a very, very focused area. Only through rasayanas and training in the methods of creative interaction to utilize the experiences and the evolution provided by the rasayanas. So it is only the rasayanic way. So it's for a very minor focus in that sense. It is not by standing somewhere and giving huge sermons. So it is the rasayanic way, what I call the Patanjali's way. So Patanjali suggested the use of herbs and mantras. So that body is required. Body is the vehicle.
So what will be the mantras here?
No. Mantra here is the methodology.
Methodology of intellection.
So that they can reflect upon their own observations of their extent of your yogification, engaging with that energy field of the body, which in turn is engaged with the universal forces. That's all ultimate level, but at the minimum level of rasayanic stage, it is to ensure the total integration of the various engines of the body. The engines, I mean the systems, the respiration, the blood circulation, the alimentary canal, and the central nervous system. That kind of rasayanas, not this so-called rasayanas available in the market. These are all rasayanas. Ayanam meaning the process movement. Rasa meaning the various liquids of the body. It's all work by the energy generated and the liquid movement across the cells and the systems. So rasayanas are that. It is nothing any secret. It is not for any illness, but to integrate the body into possible, probable, eugenic perfection. Like a cat is a cat is a cat by its body processes and the body design organs, which is representative of its body structure. So whatever is represented by the body structure of the human being, there is a catness of the human being. The main advantage is that you will not have any of the normal illnesses. You will be like a cat or a bird of a human being. That's what rasayanas are for. So Jeevi Yoga is basically trying to tune with the linkages of the energy fields, the proprioceptively connectable energy fields of the creature, the human body, through the ways of rasayanas, plus applying the methods, which is a choice.
The method is the choice or the
Method
rasayana is the choice?
is not compulsory.
But then when the yoga part of Jeevi yoga part gets completed only with both together.
Both together, yeah. What are the advantages of, or rather what are the other advantages of taking rasayanas? Your body, your creature will become impeccable. It will not contract any of the illnesses, including highly contagious illnesses. Your body will not have any foul smell. For example, in the past when I used to wear shoes, I used to have only one set of socks. Even after sometimes 1.5 years, the socks would not have any smell. The body becomes absolutely in tuning. All the energy fields will be in proper communion. In my case, I have been always a smoker. I smoke now at times, but I don't do it exceedingly. The body will say, okay, if it is okay for you, this much is not okay. When you take the cigarette, you will know that. Similarly, I take liquor, but maybe in my whole life I may not have got so-called booze, not more than 5 or 6 times. Just I wanted to just check it. But I was not at all comfortable in that. So the body itself will tell you, I am not comfortable. It won't make you do that. That is not my special power or will or anything. Your intellect will be intact. Engines of the intellect. You have the mind setting of total courage and confidence. It is a derivation of the integration of the body process, not by any other power of money or wealth or social possession. These are the advantages of one set of rasayanas. Then the next level, there is a lateral level of rasayanas, which also I have made. I have discovered that the brain and the nervous system is nothing but a switching board, a switching center, from where everything is controlled. All the process engines and the process structures are controlled. So I have made rasayanas in tuning with Dhanvantari and Charaka and such great geniuses. And by birth, mentally challenged, even bodily challenged, having a slightly contorted body, open mouth, and the typical symptom of so-called mental retardation. 21-year-old boy was brought to me. I asked for 3 years of time. Now he is absolutely okay. Nobody can look at him and feel that he is so-called mentally challenged. With a small tuition, he appeared for the National Open School Examination and passed one paper. He could not even walk properly, but he learned taekwondo. Then 2-3 other cases also. Just for an experiment, just for my research. So-called autism. Not a doubt, the Rasayanas can definitely sometimes completely solve that and release the complete genius. If they are so-called highly competent, intellectually powerful people, aspect in them, that alone will come forward. So anyway, by the Rasayanas, the central nervous system and all the other engines of the body will become highly in good tuning. What I call correct the eugenic errors. These are the activities of the new activities being revealed to the world as a Jeevi Yogi today. 14th of April 2012. Thank you. In fact, some years back I had prepared as a research, of course, rasayanic preparations of various kinds suggested by Dhanvantari and Charaka and Sushrita for a boy, 21-year-old. His open lips and all indicates his congenital mental retardation. His body was very contorted. His backbone, entire spinal column had a curve. He prepared, and in 3 years of time, he became a normal entity like any other entity of his age. So he had never been to proper schools. In about 3 months of time, by a tuition teacher, she passed one paper in the National Open School Examination, and he even went for taekwondo. His eyesight, his ways of talking, his hand movements, his body proportions, everything changed to be